if you haven't done so already, resize all 4 objects on the memory term slide. The 2 text box objects and the 2 picture objects. Now, with these objects resized, if we wanted to demonstrate the audience the difference between 8 GB capacity on the left and 4 GB capacity on the right, they can see the dramatic difference of what 8 GB capacity could hold versus 4. Now we have a new slide, and this new slide is title and content. And we've already removed the placeholder for the title. Now, if you have trouble seeing the insert chart tooltip, try clicking off and pointing back to it and see if it will show up. But you don't really need to see it. This is stat column. This is the information we need in there. The companies, all 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 6, I believe, is what we have there. The 6 companies and the customer satisfaction rating for web and phone. Now we're going to close that, and now here is our stat column chart. We're going to resize this object so it is on all sides. So we can have a bigger chart object so our audience can really see the numbers, the scale that we want to communicate to them. So now we're going to edit the text, and I'm going to delete chart title and replace it with our chart title. Okay, so we got customer service. Now when I clicked on it, you saw that the box jumped a little bit. So we will fix that as we go along. So now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to change the font style. I'm going to pick Times New Roman font for my title. I'm going to pick out a nice size. You want your title to stand out. So 18-point font size. See, I'm moving the object back over because it jumped on me. Edit text because I forgot a word. Okay, you want your title to really stand out. An 18, 16, 24 font doesn't really make a title to a chart stand out. It jumped again, so I have to remove it back to where I want the title positioned. I'm going to put it in green and bold in addition to the other formatting that we've done to it. And now we're going to resize the X and Y axes. So let's go ahead, we'll go with Arial font. This is the Y axis right now. The Y axis goes up and down. We'll make that Arial 14, and we'll do the same thing with the X axis. The X axis goes horizontal. Okay, so we got Arial 14 bold. Now we're going to resize the font for our legend. We're going to go Arial, bold, 14. Now it didn't really work because you can see that the font size of the axes are not the same as the font size of the legend. So I'm going to make my chart title, I'm going to make my chart taller, I'm going to make it bigger up and down to give myself more room here at the bottom, so I can then now make that a 14-point font so it matches the other ones. I'm going to click on the blue series, and we're going to show data labels for that. We're going to put the data label right in the center of those bars, so our audience will know what those numbers are. So we click on the Design tab underneath Chart Tools, Data Labels. We're going to put that right in the center. And you see those numbers right in the center of our blue series. You don't? Neither do I, tell you the truth. They're actually there. We just can't see them. That's why we had the box showed up. The box showed up when we clicked in the middle of the chart. So those numbers are there. So we're going to go 16 bold. We're going to change the color to white to offset that color. And you see now we see it, so we're going to now increase our font size a little bit more, make those numbers a little bit more obvious to our audience. And now we're going to click on the bottom series, and we just want the bottom series numbers highlighted, bottom series data bars highlighted. And we're going to go to more options. More options put the label on there in the center, just like center does, so you can click on center, it does the same thing. So we're going to go to Arial. We're going to pick out our font size. I'm going to try 28 just to see what happens. I'm going to go to white font. Oh, that looks much better. Let's go ahead and make the top series 28 font also. And now our audience could really see those numbers. Now we've added a layout background. We formatted the background with a light gray. We've added we've increased the font size of both the X and the Y axes to 20. We've increased the font size of the legend to 24. Okay. And so don't forget to format your background to make your chart really stand out on the slide. So we're going to save, and it looks like we're ready to go.